natin siyang makapagbigay ng regalo sa mga bata. Guys, we will be flashing words na related sa Christmas and you can comment down below your answers on the comment section. Ready ka na bang tulungan si Santa partner? Kasi ako feeling ko ready na ako.
Yes, partner, syempre, ready na ako. Kaya ano pa ba, mga live audiences, ready na din pa kayo? Can we get some heart reactions before tayo mag-start?
Patingin nga. Ayan, may nakikita na akong mga heart reaction sa Facebook Live natin. And I think ito na yung signal partner na ready na nga silang sumali or ready na silang mag-start sa ating game segment for today. So partner, ibigay na ba natin yung unang word na galing kay Santa?
Yes, partner. Pero bago po yan, meron tayo ditong example na binigay. Ikaw, explain, partner.
Ayan. So for the mechanics of this game, nakita niyo naman na meron kaming flash na scrambled words sa screen. So all you have to do is guess what kind of words yung mabubuo gamit yung mga letters na to. For this example, meron tayong letter R, letter N, letter E, I, R, E, E, D. So, para mabuo to, ano kayang word yung pwedeng mabuo natin sa mga words, sa mga letters na nandito sa screen natin? So, for the correct answer of this sample game, syempre, the correct answer is reindeer. So, nakita naman natin kanina na yung mga words or yung mga letters na naka-flash sa screen, nakabuo siya ng word na reindeer. Tama ba ako doon, partner?
Yes, partner, reindeer. Naalala mo si Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Sikat na kanta yung tuwing Christmas, partner, di ba?
Tama ka dyan, partner. Parang lahat naman ata ng tao alam yung kanta na yun. And, di ba, parang lagi siya pumapasok agad sa utak mo kapag sinabi mong Christmas songs or Christmas carols. Ayan.
Tama, partner.
So, ang unang regalo sa atin ni Santa ay ang reindeer. Sana makuha naman natin siya, di ba? Ayan. So, partner, ready ka na bang mag-start sa unang set ng questions natin for this game?
Yes, partner, ready na. So, let us start now.
So, for our very first scrambled word, ayan, partner, may nakikita ko mga letters. Letter H, O, L, A, Y, I, D. Familiar ka ba sa mga words na to, partner?
Parang familiar naman, partner. Yung viewers kaya natin, familiar ba kayo dito?
Ayan, partner. I think familiar din sila. May nakakuha na ng tamang sagot sa ating game. Ang nakakuha for the answer of this game, the correct answer is holiday. Congratulations to Miss Denise Ann Abasta. Siya yung nakakuha ng right answer, partner.
Marami din naman actually nakakuha ng right answer, partner. Kaso nauna lang si Miss Denise.
Tama ka dyan, partner. Paunahan lang talaga. Kailangan keyboard warrior ka kapag nagtatype ka talaga, no, partner?
Yes, partner. So, ayan, mag-proceed na tayo sa second word. So, ayan, may nakikita akong letter M, S, may letter H, letter T, letter E, C, tsaka R. So, nakakaalam, two words po ito. So, just please type in your answers if you know. Ikaw, partner, alam mo ba kung ano to or may idea ka ba?
Parang lagi natin ito nakikita pag Pasko. Madaming bahay yung may nakatayong ganito pag Pasko. Tama ba ako ng partner?
Yes, partner. So, ayan, marami na akong nakikita ang nag-a-answer ng tamang answer sa chat ng Zoom. So, ayan, meron tayo dito si Miss Michelle from ICCT College. Sabi niya is Christmas tree. Tama ba yun, partner?
Tingnan natin. Ayan, the correct answer is Christmas tree. Tamang-tama yon, partner. Swak na swak dun sa scrambled letters na binigay natin kanina. So,
yes, true, partner.
Tama dyan, partner. Huwag na natin patagalin to. Ito na yung next na hinanda sa atin ni Santa. Ayan, partner. Parang TGSIS ba yan?
Tama, TSG. Nabubulong na ako, partner. Hindi ko mabasa ng buo. So, ayan, sa mga nakakaalam dyan, Pa-type in na lang po nung answer nyo.
Ayan. So, habang hinihintay natin, iniisip ko kung thank God it's Friday ba yan? Joke lang. Pero ayan, may nakakuha na ng correct answer sa ating viewers. So, si Miss Mel Villar, ang sabi niya, ang sagot is gifts. Tama ba yun, partner?
Tignan nga natin kung gifts nga ba. Ayan. So, gifts nga, partner. So, yan talaga yung hinihintay ng halos lahat tuwing Christmas season. Naghihintay ka din ba na may ma-receive ka na gift, partner? Or may na-receive ka na ba na gift this Christmas?
Actually, wala ko na-receive, pero hanggang ngayon naghihintay pa din ako. Pero
Same,
ayun,
partner,
syempre lahat
same.
naman ata naghihintay ng gift kapag Christmas, diba? So,
Yes.
ayan. So, for the next na inihanda naman ni Santa sa atin, ayan. Ano kaya yan? Rats kaya yan, rats? So,
Right.
guys, if you know the answer, just comment it down below or you can comment it down here in the Zoom. Ayan, partner,
Okay,
grabe,
so-
sa sobrang dali, may nakasagot na, partner. So, partner, sino
Yes.
ba ang nakatabang sagot dito?
Eto, nakita ko marami silang halos lahat nakatama ng sagot, pero nauna po si Miss Nedja Lopoy. Sagot niya po ay star. Tama po ba yan, partner?
So, the correct answer for this is, of course, star. Ayan, liwanag ng Pasko. Ikaw ang star.
Yes.
Ayan. So,
Talagang
the correct answer
yung
is star.
yes, yung star is nagsisimbolize talaga ng Christmas.
True,
So,
partner.
For our next, meron pa ba tayong words?
Ayan, partner, meron pa tayong words, of course. Hindi naman tayo papahuli kay Santa. Ayan, guys. So, if you know the answer for this scrambled letters or scrambled words, you can type it down below. Ayan, partner, sa sobrang dali, sa sobrang daming, siguro, lagi din dito nakikita, no? Kapag pasapit na yung Pasko, kapag malapit na yung Pasko, sa labas ng bahay nila.
Yes,
Laging may
partner.
nagtitinto. Partner. So, partner, sino ba naka-correct answer for this round?
Yes, so meron dito, Min Vilus from University of Eastern, hindi ko makita yung, I'm so sorry. Basta si Miss Min Vilus po. Sabi niya caroling. Tama po ba, partner?
So, the correct answer for this is, syempre, caroling. Parang sa may bahay, char. Pero ganun, di ba, ang caroling sa atin. And parang uso-uso naman siya lagi. So, congratulations for finding the correct answer for this. So, for the next round, ayan. Ano kaya yan, partner? May idea ka ba kung ano yan?
Galen? Galen ba yan? Tama ba kung Galen? Parang angel, may wings eh. May idea ka pa po dyan, partner?
Ayun, partner, grabe, inunahan mo naman silang sumagot. Pero, syempre, tama ka dyan, partner. Actually, sabi ni Miss Nedja Lopoy, and nung iba din natin nandito Zoom, ang sagot nila is angel. Tama po kaya yun? So, the correct answer for this is, of course, angel. Ayan.
Halata naman kasi, partner, o, di ba? Ako nakuha ko. Kasi may wings. Doon pa lang sa wings, alam mo na kung ano yung answer, di ba?
Tama ka dyan, partner. Syempre, hindi naman tayo magpapahuli. Meron pa tayong dalawa pang natitirang set of scrambled words. So, for the next one, ayan, parang ang hirap naman hulaan nito. Ano kaya to?
Ano ba to? French word? French word?
French word.
Oo. Iba-iba yung letters. May letter A, T, N, S, A, L. O, sa nakakaalam po dyan, just please drop your answer below.
Ayan, may nakasagot na nga, partner. Sabi ni Miss Minziluz from University of Eastern Philippines, sagot niya is Santa Claus. Tama kaya yun? Ayan, partner. Tamang-tama, syempre. Ayan.
Yes.
Partner, next naman, meron pa ba tayong last set of
meron pa, partner. Very last one po.
Ayan. Ano kaya yan? Foam?
Foam?
Ano kaya yan? Guys, if you know the correct answer, just comment it down below.
Grabe naman, partner. Ang bilis-bilis naman nila. Hindi pa nga natapos yung tanong natin, may sumagot na agad, no? Si Miss Mel Villar, sabi niya snowman. Tama po ba, partner?
So, the correct answer for this last set of scrambled words is snowman. Tamang-tama yan, partner. Of course, tamang-tama si Miss Nell Villar. Ayan, congratulations for guessing the correct answer for our scrambled words. Ayan. And now, partner, syempre, tapos naman na ang ating mini-game. I think that would be the last set of scrambled words na naprepare naman natin para sa ating mga live viewers. Now, syempre, papatagalin pa ba natin 'to? Gusto mo bang patagalin 'to, partner? Kasi ako parang mas na-excite na akong malaman kung sino nga ba yung magto-talk and also kung ano nga ba yung pag-uusapan natin dito sa account talk. Ayan, guys, to give us a comprehensive understanding about business ethics, allow me to introduce our guest speaker for today's episode. Ayan. Our guest speaker for today's episode is currently in her fourth year in college, taking up AB Consular and Diplomatic Affairs at De La Salle College of St. Benil. She also has been the deputy officer and the president of her organization during her first year in college. Now, she is currently working as the operations department head of the Wedding Suppliers Association of the Philippines, Incorporated.
Yes, so ayan. Ano pang hinihintay natin? Let us all welcome and give a virtual round of applause to Miss Maya Alexandra Isidro.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, Miss
Hi.
Maya. Hello. Good morning
Hello.
po sa inyo. Ayan. Siyempre, before naman tayo mag-proceed sa ating talk show, siyempre, lagi naman namin itong ginagawa. Susunod namin po kayong kamustahin. Miss Maya, kamusta po ba kayo?
Sana all kinakamusta, no? But I'm feeling good and pumped for 2022 because it is the last week of 2021 and ang dami ko pang kailangan gawin, but let's get into it. Let's get this energy started. Kayo
Yes,
naman,
so-
kamusta?
Okay lang naman din po kami, Miss Maya. Merry Christmas po. Late Merry Christmas and advance
Merry
Happy New
Christmas.
Year. So, good to hear din po na okay lang din po kayo now na magtatapos na din yung 2021. So, shall we proceed na po ba with our first question?
Sure, go ahead. Ready when you are.
Yeah, so Miss Kyla, ikaw ba unang magtatanong?
Siyempre, ako muna. Para starter naman tayo dito. So, Miss Maya, lots of people are curious about this, but what do you think is ethics in general terms po ba?
All right, so that we can understand ethics fully, let's delve into the etymology of ethics. Well, ethics comes from the Greek word ethos, ethos, which means character or a characteristic way of acting. It is also a philosophical study that deals with the morality of human acts with reference to what is right and what is wrong. So yun yung keywords natin, right and wrong. So in hindsight, this is basically the individual character of a person and how they can assess a situation and act in the right or wrong way. Ayan ang ethics in general.
Okay, so ayan. So, nasagot na yung ethics in general. Pero, isang tanong pa po for follow-up, Miss Maya. What then is business ethics naman po?
Well, on business ethics, it's the moral principles that act as guidelines for the way a business conducts itself and its transactions. So, linagyan niya na ng professionalism ang ethics. In many ways, it's the same guidelines that individuals use to conduct themselves in an acceptable way, such as those in personal or, as I said, professional settings. So, you apply those in businesses as well. And business ethics is the appropriate business policies and practices regarding potentially controversial subjects, including corporate governance, insider trading, bribery, discrimination, corporate social responsibility, fiduciary or depository responsibilities. Yun ang sakop ng business ethics.
Oh, thank you for that information, Miss Maya. And sa pagkakarinig ko, syempre, pag business ethics, talagyan mo na siya ng professionalism. And of course, it involves businesses na. For my next question naman, Miss Maya, do you think that business ethics, since sinabi mo kanina, do you think that business ethics is a complicated one? If yes, why? And if no, why not?
Complicated. Yes, it's complicated. I mean, nothing is life, hala. Nothing in life is not complicated, 'di ba? Agree ba kayo? May easy way
Yes,
out
Miss
ba?
Maya.
Oh, 'di ba?
Agree po.
So, it is a bit complicated because sometimes our ethics doesn't really match what we see in the business world. So, example natin, look at it this way. You're an advocate for environmentally friendly corporations or products. But when you find out that the company you're working for isn't entirely or wholly environmentally friendly in the way they produce their stuff. So, mapapaisip ka, like, hindi naman pala tugma, but the pay is good, the benefits are amazing, outstanding, the work environment is just to your liking, it's not overpowering. So it complicates things because it goes against your personal self. But that depends on you na. You have to look at it. Do you want to keep your professional or do you want to keep your personal life at peace? And which ethics will you actually stand for? So it kind of gets complicated in that manner.
Okay, so ayun po, nasagot din po yung tanong natin. In regards with that one po, rin Miss Maya, ano-ano po ba yung mga fundamentals ng ethical principles for a businessman po?
Fundamentals, medyo madami to ah. But for me, I believe personal responsibility, that's one. You have to be responsible for how you act in a professional manner. You can't blame it on the situation, you can't blame it on the company or on the environment that you have, because in the first place, you should know what you were doing and you're an adult. You should know how you are acting and how you're conducting yourself. So be responsible for your actions is a common sense trait. If you Do you agree with me naman? Common sense naman yung how you act, diba? So another thing I can think of right now is corporate responsibility. You have to be aware of the responsibilities you have to the company. You are working for them, so you are expected to do your duties and responsibilities properly. If you neglect these things, then what is the point of being an employee if you'll just go by your rules anyway? Better yet, just make your own company if you're gonna do that anyways, diba? Another thing, ang daming responsibility na naiisip ko, pero responsibility to the community and to the environment is somewhat of a must nowadays. Climate change and community building is something that a lot of people advocate for and businesses build towards. So we have to be, let's say, we have to be one with the world, and they have to make the most of how we can slow down the effects of these things or industrialization that the past generations have done. And the others that I can think of, very self-explanatory naman. There is loyalty, there's respect, there's trustworthiness, there's accountability, there is concern for others, there's commitment to excellence, there's honesty, there's law abiding. Of course, kailangan natin mag-abide by the law. Kung hindi, makukulong tayo, ayaw natin yon. There's integrity, there is leadership, reputation and morale, and finally, yung last na naisip ko, there is fairness. So those are what I believe are the ethical principles for a businessman or woman.
So, nabanggit mo na nga, Miss Maya, yung about sa ethical principles. But, dig deeper naman tayo sa ibang parts din ng ethics or ng business ethics. The next question for you, Miss Maya, is what do you think are the questions to ask yourself or a businessman should ask his or herself when facing an ethical dilemma?
Okay, so this is subjectively speaking. I can't speak for everyone. There are different ways to tackle this. But the things that I ask myself is, am I comfortable with what I just witnessed? Is there something I can do about it? If there isn't something I can do about it, or if I can't help immediately, who can I go to that will allow me or help me bring a solution to this ethical dilemma? And another thing is, can I speak up about it? I believe na ang daming nahihirapan mag-speak up when there comes an ethical situation because for one, you don't know how to tackle it, you don't know who to go to, you don't know if you should talk about it kasi you're one, first of all, you're dealing with someone higher up or maybe your position is in jeopardy if you do talk about it. So, medyo mahirap ang pagtanong sa sarili ng ethical dilemma. But you have to be sound with yourself and you have to know within yourself that there are things that you can still do and there are solutions that other people will help you with.
Yes po, Miss Maya. So each person has their own dilemma as well. But for that question, Miss Maya, how can people, specifically employees, think ethically po?
Think ethically. Well, as I mentioned, you have to know yourself, but another thing is you have to have a clear mind. If you let emotions run over you, if you let the situation get a hold of you, there is a tendency that we will do something impulsive. And that is something that will escalate the situation or will make it worse. So you have to be grounded, you have to be rational. Ethics are formed by our environment and how we are brought up. So we also have the innate moral compass, or what we call instincts. So we have to utilize those and use those, but in a rational mind. Keep your mind clear from things that will cloud your judgment.
Miss Maya, ito naman parang personal questions din naman siya. This is actually a personal question, but based on your experience na lang din po. Have you experienced or have you encountered such ethical dilemmas or ethical problems that you have faced in the past or as of current, mga ganyan? And also, if ever you have witnessed it, how did you handle it or how did you solve it with your ano po, parang with your own mindset, with your own opinions, with your own suggestions with regards to handling ethicals or ethics po in general.
Okay, medyo personal nga siya. Um, Actually, I haven't experienced anything unethical naman, thank God. But I do know a friend. They have a business. They have a family business, if I'm not mistaken. And what happened in the family business was there was sexual molestation. So trigger warning tayo today. It's something that's not supposed to be usual in the business world, and it's not something that we should tolerate, but it does happen. And a lot of people need to be more aware about it. So what happened at that time, if I'm not mistaken, was it was caught on camera and it was a higher up and a regular employee. So there are three people involved, higher up, regular employee, and also the one who caught it on camera. The one who caught it in camera didn't speak up immediately. So natakot yung na-molest, natakot yung nakakuha sa camera. Because it's a higher up. So their jobs were at stake, their livelihood was at stake, and they didn't know how to go with it. Yung nangyari, yung higher up is, what happened was the higher up got promoted after a few months. And eventually, the one who was molested and the one who caught it on camera spoke up. They went directly to the HR, and the HR actually, if I hope most businesses have this, the HR has a code of conduct that they have to go and address. So, nung ginawa nila yon, kaagad ang action ng HR, ng manager, and natanggal yung higher up na yon or yung na-promote na yon. Because you shouldn't tolerate something that is unethical and it's not sound. If you allow that to keep happening, it will just keep repeating in the company, and who knows, it will go to a point na people might think it's the culture of the company, and that's not a good reputation, di ba? So that's how they managed it, straight up to authorities, straight up to the HR, reference to the code of conduct, and also ground themselves and make sure that they can actually talk to people. And there are policies that the business has when it comes to these things.
So, ayun, Miss Maya. Actually, kaya ako siya natanong kasi the next question would be, is ethics or business ethics particularly situational? And based on dun sa sinabi mo kanina, partly yes, and of course yes. But in your own opinion, do you think that it is situational po ba yung ethics and business ethics in terms?
Mm, Sa akin hindi. Because situations happen 24/7, di ba? Wala namang time na walang nangyayari or walang situation na kailangan nyo mag-isip. Because you can't simply let your guard down and allow a situation to pass when, you're already clocked out from work and you're going home, but something happens. Ethics still comes into play with that. Business ethics, well, siguro pwede rin. It comes into play kasi it's not every time that you can just relax. You can just close your eyes to a situation that's happening. It's not something that we want to keep going or keep doing in this world. A lot of bad things are happening and a lot of things we're turning our backs on. It's not supposed to be, especially with our generation, we're very woke, or we see and observe a lot of things. We're supposed to act on them. Let's not be the generation that stands by or just allows things to happen to keep the peace.
Yeah, so speaking of that question as well, Miss Maya, what are some of the common or general examples of ethical predicaments in businesses?
As I mentioned, there's sexual harassment, sexual molestation. There's also stealing. There's lying, cheating. At dahil madaming examples na ganito sa Philippine government, there's graft and corruption. There's also there are cases of undue psychological pressures. There's also computer theft. Nangyayari yan sa businesses, especially when it's online right now. We have a lot of those cases. Ano pa? There's degrading work conditions. Work conditions that are not anymore humane for the employees. There's also plagiarism, as usual. Isa pa naiisip ko, another trigger warning is there are cases of rape in the workplace, and that does happen. So those are some common examples that I can think of right now.
So for the next question naman, Miss Maya, katulad ng sinabi mo kanina, di ba, mayroon mga ethical predicaments with regards to businesses and works, ganyan. For your own opinion naman po, when facing an ethical dilemma, do you think a person should speak up about it or should just be quiet regarding it?
Well, it depends on the person. It depends on the person because sometimes the situation won't register immediately, or they need some time to think about what they will say. But I believe everyone should speak up about what they have seen or what they have experienced, especially if it's unsettling. Because if you don't speak up, then it can happen again, as I mentioned before. It can happen again. It can become something normal or something usual in the workplace, and you're not supposed to let that happen. Also, it can keep going to a point that no solution will be offered to the employees, to whoever was able to witness this, or able whoever was a witness to this. And it can also go on without having consequences. But again, take your time, not too long though, but allow yourself to have a clear mind, allow yourself to be rational when you make your decision and when you speak up about it.
Okay, so with that po, Miss Maya, ano po ba yung mga trade-offs that people must make to solve these ethical difficulties?
Trade-offs. Sa tingin ko, comfort zone, comfortability. Because you're stepping outside of the comfort that you have of being quiet, of the comfort that you have of not seeing ethical dilemmas in your workplace, the comfort that you have in the quiet and the peace of your life. So that is something that you trade when you actually try to solve an ethical dilemma. Kasi nakaka-rattle, or it's something that jogs your mind when you see something ethically wrong. You have to look deep within yourself, like, tama ba to sa akin? Okay ba to para sa akin? Is this something I should speak up about? And if those things are rattling you, it means that you have to step up and step out. Because if you keep yourself in your shell,